Yeah, 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 yeah. Zamba, zamba. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Zamba, zam. Yeah, yeah. Feel the rhythm. Stories left untold. Dancing rivers call our names. In the village, feel no chase. Feet on earth, hands to the sky. Children laughing as we fly. Drums awaken every soul. Let the spirit make us whole. Sing it loud. Join the crowd. Let it roll, zamba, zam. This is home. Zamba, zam. Lift me higher. Joy like fire, never tire. Spin around, feel the sun. Zamba, zam. We are one. Hey, 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 hey. Life is richer than our dreams. Voices rise, hearts collide. In this rhythm we confide. Stories dance with every beat. Zamba, zam, feel the heat. Sing it loud. Join the crowd. Let your voice, let it roll. Zamba, zam. This is home. Zamba, zam. Lift me higher. Joy like fire, never tire. Spin around, feel the sun. Zamba, zam. We are one. Hey, 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 Zamba, zamba. Zamba. Feel the drum, feel the rain. Dance away every pain. Feel the drum. Feel the rain, dance away every day. Zamba, zam, lift me higher. Joy like fire, never tire. Spin around, feel the sun. Zamba, zam. We are one. Hey, 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 Zamba. This is home. Zamba, zam. Zamba, zam. Yeah. Feel the rhythm. Yeah. Zamba, zam. Yeah. Zamba, zam. Yeah. Zamba, zam. Yeah. Sunrise paints the sky in gold. Heartbeat, stories left untold. Dancing rivers call our names. In the village, feel no chase. Feet on earth, hands to the sky. Children laughing as we fly. Drums awaken every soul. Let the spirit make us whole. mountains talk. Hear the echoes, hear the call. Through the valleys, through the streams, life is richer than our dreams. Oh, voices rise, hearts collide. In this rhythm we confide. Stories dance with every beat. Oh, samba, samba, feel the heat. Oh, sing it loud, sing it loud. Oh, join the crowd, join the crowd. Lift your voice, let it roll. Samba, samba, this is home. Samba, samba, lift me higher. Joy like fire, never tire. Spin around, feel the sun. Samba, 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 samba. We are one. Zam, zam. Zamba. Feel the drum, feel the rain, dance away every pain. Samba, zam, zam, lift me higher. Joy like fire, never tire. Spin around, feel the sun. Samba, zam, zam, samba, zam, zam. We are one. This is home.
Honor and respect, honor and respect, honor and respect. Divine all blessed greetings and salutations. It is another edition of Revolutionary Hoodoo, New Orleans Voodoo Secrets and Recipes. Voodoo Hoodoo 101. Powered, promoted, produced, sponsored, and supported by NOIVD, New Orleans International Vodou Day. New Orleans International Vodou Day exists to restore rightful dignity, authority, respect, and global recognition to the Voodoo family of traditions. Our mission, purpose, and the motive behind New Orleans International Vodou Day, NOIVD, forms a single coherent vision to protect, unify, and elevate Vodou, and Voodoo as living world traditions with deep ancestral, cultural, and spiritual authority. Our mission frames NOIVD not as a festival, but as a cultural embassy for voodoo worldwide. NOIVD responds to the urgent needs of this moment, a time when voodoo is simultaneously sought after while yet misunderstood and misrepresented. Our purpose unfolds across several dimensions. NOIVD exists to protect the traditions from harm. NOIVD confronts misrepresentation in media, exploitation by uninitiated practitioners, cultural theft and commodification, historical trauma and colonial narratives, and by establishing standards of authenticity. NOIVD becomes a shield for the traditions and the communities that carry them forward. NOIVD serves as a platform for public teaching and education, ceremonial demonstration, scholarly dialogue, youth and community education, and this ensures that what the world learns about voodoo comes from real practitioners, not stereotypes or outsiders. We continue to strengthen international cultural diplomacy through partnerships with the Republic of Benin, Haitian cultural spiritual leadership, New Orleans cultural institutions, global diaspora communities, and NOIVD positions voodoo as a legitimate world religion with diplomatic presence and cultural power. We continue to invite your support, your participation and visitation, promotion of these events, donations, and sponsorship of this powerful legacy and expanding international endeavor. Please continue to visit us for connection and more information about participating, volunteering, and supporting our symposium, our Afro ecology exhibit, our art exhibition on Saturday, May 23rd at Xavier University, and our sacred ceremony and procession from the river to Congo Square, where we will then conduct a formal Vodou ceremony on Sunday, May 24th. We are also thankful for your continued support and participation on all social media platforms. And for those who participate and support this podcast live in chat and always in archive at your leisure and convenience. And do join us now live on platform with your mic, camera, or photo by way of the QR code or by way of the scrolling URL, StreamYard URL. And please continue to visit us for connection and more information at www.vodouday.org, VODOUDAY.org. Our NOIVD QR code is in the bottom right corner of the screen. We will continue tonight our ongoing conversation, the countdown to NOIVD, our third annual International New Orleans Voodoo Day. And certainly, we are grateful for your continued support and participation live in chat. Our beloved community member on the ground at the grassroots level, hands on, Daniel Neal, as well as here in the virtual spaces. We certainly appreciate your continued support and promotion of this powerful event. And we're thankful for everyone who joins us by way of our individual, collective Facebook pages, profiles, and groups, our LinkedIn, my YouTube, our Twitter X, and certainly our Instagram listeners and participants. We certainly thankful for you. I will be unmuting momentarily our beloved co-host, my first priest, armor bearer, Black Hawk Voodoo, Black Masking Wild Man, Joshua Allen Tanner, and an initiated member of my house, as well as an initiated member of La Source Ancien 4, our beloved Tyson Allen Horn, an initiated member of my house, as well as an initiated member of La Source, our executive producer and director of Respect the Voodoo, and certainly a committed co-administrator for NOIVD, and our beloved community member, Elder Hudson. We certainly appreciate your continued support, participation, and activation. And we certainly look forward to seeing you in approximately 2 weeks, I believe. We have until this powerful, powerful event. Again, we certainly appreciate everyone's support, participation, volunteership, sponsorship, support of the GoFundMe, certainly hands and bodies on the ground. And do contact us by way of vodouday.org, VODOUDAY. All is truly and indeed a blessing as we move forward in tonight's show topic. Just give me a moment here. My screen is acting a little tipsy, but it's okay. Tonight, we want to discuss the reglement, the sacred order of Vodou. Greetings, family beloved. Welcome to another gathering of spirit, memory, and meaning. I am your host, the Voodoo Chief Divine Prince Tayameka, a Pan-African spiritualist, practitioner, author, and advisor, Elagun Oloye Hoodoo Obeya Bokur. And today we're stepping into the deep waters, the waters beneath the waters, to talk about one of the most essential, most misunderstood, and most sacred foundations of Haitian Vodou, the reglement. This is not just a topic. This is a doorway, a key, a map, a covenant. So wherever you are, in your home, in your car, in your garden, in your altar room, take a breath, settle your spirit, and walk with me. Let's begin at the beginning. In Haitian Vodou, the reglement is the ritual law, the inherited order, the sacred discipline that governs how a temple functions and how the spirits are served. It is not written in one book. It is not owned by one person. It is not invented by modern minds. The reglement is ancestral technology. It is the architecture of the ceremony, the choreography of the invisible world, the blueprint of how humans and spirits meet safely. And when we say reglement, or reglement, we are talking about the order of the nations, the order of the songs, the order of the rhythms, the order of the salutes, the order of the offerings, the order of the spirits, the order of possession, and the order of closing. It is the difference between calling a spirit and calling confusion. It is the difference between a ceremony and a spiritual accident. It is the difference between honoring the ancestors and dishonoring them. The reglement is the ancestral contract that says if you call us correctly, we will come. If you honor us correctly, we will bless you. If you maintain the order, we will maintain the balance. Now let's talk about why the reglement exists. Vodou is not superstition. Vodou is not chaos. Vodou is not improvisation. Vodou is precision, and that precision has a purpose. Spiritual safety. The reglement ensures that the gates open cleanly, that the right spirits arrive, that the wrong energies stay outside. And when the order is broken, the ceremony becomes spiritually unstable. Anything can walk in, anyone can be affected. The reglement is the firewall. The reglement is also lineage continuity. Vodou has no central church, no Vatican, no headquarters. What keeps the tradition intact is the reglement of each lineage. It is how one house recognizes another. It is how the ancestors recognize their children. It is how the spirits know where they are. It is ritual integrity. Every song has a purpose, every rhythm has a key, every gesture has a meaning. And the reglement ensures that meaning is preserved and not diluted by ego, invention, or confusion. It also offers community protection. Ceremony is not entertainment. Ceremony is not entertainment. It is not performance. It is a spiritual engineering. The reglement is the manual that keeps the community safe before, during, and after ritual. It is a ancestral respect. The reglement is the memory of those who carried this tradition through slavery, through revolution, through migration, through silence, through survival. And when we follow the reglement, we honor their endurance. Now let's go deeper into the mechanics. The order of the nations, Rada before Petwo, cool before hot, peace before fire. This is energetic logic. You do not call thunder before you call peace. You do not call fire before you call water. The order of the songs are not random. They are keys, they are passwords, they are codes. One song opens the gate for the next. One melody calls the next spirit. Break the chain, break the ceremony. There's order of the drums. The drum is not an instrument, it is a portal. Each rhythm is a key. Each key opens a specific door. Play the rhythm wrong, you open the wrong door. Play the wrong rhythm. How you approach the altar matters. How you salute the spirits matters. How you move your body matters. And the body is a vessel of memory. The reglement teaches the body how to speak. It also dictates the order of possession. Possession is not random. It is not chaotic. It is not entertainment. The reglement governs who receives the spirit, who guides the spirit, who protects the community, and who interprets the messages, who ensures the vessel is safe. There is also the order of closing. You cannot open a gate you cannot close. The reglement ensures that the ceremony ends cleanly with no lingering energies, no wandering spirits, no spiritual debris. This is not superstition, this is spiritual engineering. The reglement in action is storytelling. And let me tell you a story. Years ago, I witnessed a ceremony where a young drummer, talented, passionate, but inexperienced, decided to add a little flair. He changed the rhythm just a little, just enough, and the room shifted. The air thickened, the temperature changed, the energy became unstable. The spirit that arrived was not the one being called. The elders stepped in immediately. They corrected the rhythm, they restored the order, they closed the gate. After, the elder drummer said, "The drum is not your playground, it is your responsibility." That is the reglement. Not punishment, not restriction, responsibility. Now, the reglement versus Louisiana Vodou order. Now, let's talk about the difference between Haitian Vodou's reglement and Louisiana Vodou ritual order. Both are sacred, both are legitimate, both are powerful, but they are not the same. The Haitian Vodou reglement is highly codified, nation based, initiatory, structured, precise, and temple centered. Louisiana Vodou ritual order is flexible, family based, community shaped, adaptive, rooted in practicality, and influenced by Congo, indigenous, Creole, and African American traditions. Haiti preserved the nations. Louisiana preserved the families. Haiti preserved the drum sequences. Louisiana preserved the spirit relationships. Haiti preserved the temple structure. Louisiana preserved the community structure. Both are children of the same river, but shaped by different lands. So, family, the reglement is not just ritual order, it is ancestral memory, it is spiritual safety, it is cultural continuity, it is the heartbeat of Haitian Vodou. And when we honor the reglement, we honor the people who carried this tradition through fire, through change, through revolution, through migration, through silence, through survival. We honor the Loa. We honor the ancestors. We honor the future. And as my beloved co-hosts, panelists, and participating chat members begin to unmute and join the conversation, here at NOIVD, New Orleans International Vodou Day, we honor the truth that our traditions, Voodoo, Vodou, and Voodoo, are not chaos. They are order, they are discipline, they are sacred technology. Thank you so much for continuing to listen and support us. Thank you for continuing the journey of learning and education with us. And thank you for remembering. Walk with the answers, stand in your power, and keep the order. And our beloved panelists and co-hosts, Ray Alexander, please unmute and join the conversation. Our beloved Joshua Nyland Tanner, First Priest Armor Bearer, please do come on in. We appreciate you. Our beloved Tyson Horn, please do join the conversation. Greetings and salutations. And our Elder Hudson, greetings and salutations to each and every one of you. How you doing and what say you?
Good evening, y'all.
Good evening,
Good
everyone.
evening, everybody. Bless everyone.
Tony and beloved Bianca are not here. Does someone want to take the lead, or do you all want me to do it?
Well, I can start. First, I want to say how much I love it, like the education of this, and please let me know if I say anything that's like not supposed to be openly known or whatever. I have a lot of like questions just from like an educational standpoint. I do kind of like I kind of want to like debunk some of the things that are strictly online versus things that are actual, you know, lineage or tradition based, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of these content creators, you know, from Haiti or that are made their way here that talk about certain things. I know certain things are not supposed to be put online. And so that's why I think this is an important space to kind of like educate on like things like the reglement. And like I have questions about like Conzo. I don't know if we could talk about that here or that has to be offline and stuff like this, you know, just like the basics, not like the details. I know that's private to like houses and stuff of that nature.
No.
Well, I mean, first I want to respond to just, what you just offered in terms of, and I appreciated that you mentioned Haiti first, before a laundry list of, practitioners that are online, either offering services or demonstrating, supposedly demonstrating certain ritual aspects and practices. And so you're really bringing up a very legitimate and strong point, and particularly for our local, regional, maybe even the African American listenership, because we often think accent equates to authenticity, travel equates to authenticity, being able to afford to go back and forth to Ghana or Nigeria or Cuba or Haiti somehow equals and equates to authentic practice. So, as you offered, there are certainly Haitians, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Congolese, etc., Caribbeans, West Indians, Americans who are faking the funk or perpetrating the illusion of the practice and the tradition, often masked behind, accent, language, uh, uh, props, as we say in the movie industry, what the background looks like and what you can see visually in view, which is one of the reasons why we often keep our cameras off on this platform. I don't want my temple space and my background to be a distraction. And people will seek to emulate what they see or what they read or what they Google or what they AI, as if it's authentic. And even AI will tell you, we're not going to cross into initiated material and practice. Even AI will say, we're not going to go into the mysteries and the secrets of this particular practice or this particular ritual or this particular question, in this space. And I certainly appreciate AI for that. But having said that, um, there are many who are thirsty for the practice and for the traditions, and particularly here in the West. And we often have a dollar or two access to resources. We'll throw money at something, time and energy at something, sort of looking for a quick magical fix. And that's one of the reasons why Mambo Asagwe encouraged me to introduce this topic, at least if not on one episode, maybe on a series of episodes. Because when we talk about lineage, in Vodou, West African Vodou, Haitian Vodou, Louisiana Vodou, it is in um, it is directly linked to lineage. And again, lineage is not just who you're related to by blood, but who you are in relationship with by practice, who you were mentored with, who you practice with, who you were taught by, who do you seek for corrections, who are your elders, in the practice and or the tradition. So the reglement, which is available to everyone to sort of witness, you certainly can hear it in varying houses, in YouTube and in TikTok. But it again is a masked, coded, layered language. So even if you can, let's say, translate into the Creole, you still don't understand what's being said if you're not taught what's being said. You still really don't know what's being referenced if you're not taught what's happening when that's being done, when that's being said. What is the actions of the lead, the mambo or the ogan? What are the actions of the chorus? And let me repeat: every part is equal to the whole. The mambos and the hogans aren't sort of superior in the room, and the rest of us are sort of playing second role. Each role in the reglement, each role in the ceremony, each role in the house has its purpose, its meaning that subsequently affects the whole. And so the reglement is often what people will hear sort of first. And if you're in presence of a ceremony, you'll hear it, see it, sort of witness it. And of course, there's no moderator often. There's no translator. There's no one standing off to the side, like they do in sports events, whispering into the mic, what's going on. It requires commitment, vocation, loyalty. You can't show up to one or two ceremonies and think you have it. A common when I hesitate like that, I'm seeking to be diplomatic. A common complication, I'll say, that we found is that people will often go as far as even initiating through one ceremony or two, and we don't see them again, or they show up, months later, masking as if they are practitioners of any varying degree. And this is something that really takes a lifetime to learn, a lifetime to master. We're being instructed, and we are under the lineage of powerful mambos and hogans. Certainly, our house Asagwe mambo, but the Haitian practitioners that are in our house, Mami Muna, masterful singer, performer, and mambo in the practice and the tradition. Neg Mewan, who we've had on this platform once or twice, masterful, world renowned. Um, some of you remember Papa Fan. May he rest in Guinea. He passed away a few years back, but he was one of our original elders in the house, in our community, for which we have gathered our reglement, but also our knowledge of the actions, the motions, the ritual items, the symbolism, the dances, the sounds, the chants that are going on in concert with the reglement. So when you say lineage, a better question might be, what is the reglement? Especially if you're questioning Vodou, Haitian Vodou, Louisiana Vodou, because the ceremony is in the reglement, the power is in the reglement.
I agree. And how's everybody doing tonight? I just want to throw a little 2 cents in there.
Oh, well,
I think
all is
I
well.
think I think that you know, the one thing that the International Voodoo Day does, and the mission that was um introduced when the celebration was, the inception of the celebration was to bring voodoo from behind a certain veil, so that way people who may have this connection, may have this understanding, but not really, they don't really know how they understand, they don't really know how they feel connected to spirit in the way that they do, they don't really fit in with some of the established uh you know traditional religions or ceremonial things that they've grown up with, but they have an interest. And so what you can do, especially with International Voodoo Day, is it's a safe place for people who may be interested to come, to learn, to be educated, to see the reglement being performed, to see the ceremonies being performed, to hear the drums, to feel the energy from the singing and the drumming, to witness the ceremony itself. And to the outside looker in who has no understanding or no introduction to it, they may just think that they're just drumming and singing and everything, because there's a start to it, and then there's a pause, and then there's different actions that happen and take place in between the different songs and so forth, and lighting of candles and so forth. And so what happens is, to the outside person looking in, they might just see different things and they go, well, it looks like a free for all, but it's not. There is an order to the service. And that's why when I spoke last time, is like, with any ceremony or event that's taking place that you are witnessing or you're trying to learn about, the best thing to do is to observe and feel in your spirit how you feel. Feel the energy, see the joy, see the laughter, see um the intensity that comes along with spirit joining us in ceremony. And so when you're there and you're seeing everything, and you're like, man, this wasn't what I thought it was going to be, or it was what you thought it was going to be. um and then you come again, and then you come
Hmm.
again, and the more you come and the more you see and observe and partake and participate, then you'll learn and you'll grow. It's just a process. And the the service behind the service is actually in service, because on the day of, you'll see people gathering things, gathering candles, lighting candles, bringing libations, bringing offerings. And it's just the humility of serving in the way of, hey, how can I help you? Hey, can I carry this for you? Okay. Just the whole community aspect of the ceremony. That's the joy in what we do, because the reason why we do it is for the fellowship and the 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 community itself. And so when you're there, you learn so much more by just being hands on and being humble. Brother Josh, am I saying the right things?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Yeah, you saying all the right things. That is spot on. Being humble, being a watcher, being someone who sits and observes, and that's the best way of learning. I mean, in terms of in gaining wisdom and understanding in a respectful manner. I think that you know I was raised that way, so I've shown that through my upbringing and throughout my life and in my even within my spiritual journeys. I've navigated the worlds that spiritual places and spiritual communities in that way, to just to make sure that I understand spirit. I mean, we understand spirit works in that way, and that it has its power when you respect it. You're disciplined, you're studied, and you're you're constant and you're consistently there. Um, that's where you build that trust and that relationship spiritually. Uh, and
Sometimes
This
it's
I was gonna.
forgive me for jumping in.
Go
Sometimes
ahead.
it's compared to Catholicism, which I don't think is really fair at all. Because when I witness a Catholic ceremony, it's kind of stoic. People are sort of sitting or standing or sort of in position.
yeah,
If anything, this might look like a Catholic ceremony with, I would say, evangelical overtones to it,
yeah,
with the undertones of a party
yeah,
or a family reunion. And so there's certainly a social element of gathering, seeing your friends, your family, members of your house, members of your community. Certainly, there's always a partaking of food and drink and libation. But then there is that ritual aspect of it that might mimic a Catholic ceremony and demonstration to some degree, as Brother Joshua and Brother Tyson, mentioned, pouring libation. There's actually a way to do that, and it's specific to the deity or the ancestors that we might be doing it for, offering food or offering. Certainly, the music and the drumming are a language, enchantment,
yeah,
coding, and all of it. Um, Sort of without totally, sort of unveiling all the mysteries, are designed to create a sacred space and induce a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual response from everyone in the room, all the participants, often leading to the invocation of a particular deity or loa. Some would say taking a possession of a particular spirit. But even without having taken on possession, uh, there's a degree of bringing balance, healing, well-being to the overall community through the appropriate application of these ceremonies.
Yeah.
I see. I would like to add also is that, as again, good evening and blessings to everyone, is that in the respect that everyone has mentioned, when you go into a situation like I am, coming from the various um, religious experience, coming from being Baptist, apostolic, from being apostolic, Church of God in Christ, going on into the spiritual church, which is where my roots uh, were developed. A lot of the teaching that I received is first, as Brother Joshua said, was being humble and being observant. And that's what a lot of our younger people and excitable people, they don't take the time to observe and to understand why we do what we do. Um, Divine Prince, you mentioned about the opening and closing. A lot of people don't even know about the opening and closing for the altar. They don't know that that in itself
Yeah.
is a situation to where you've got to know what you're doing, because when you open, you are you sure what you opening up?
That's right.
All right. And then you have to know, and when you do, you know how to close it when something comes through that is not appropriate. And I've been in services where those that have been in charge, they opened the portal up, I'll say it that way, but didn't close it. So all kind of things happen. So I've been quiet, but I'm looking forward to learning the more of who I am, because this has been a journey that I didn't just start, but this has been a journey for me, because as everyone else, you
Yeah.
know, you were told, well, this is that and this is what they do. And I said, no. I said, let me find out for myself.
Yeah.
And by seeking, that's how I discovered, oh, that's why grandma did what she did. Oh, that, and my mother, oh, that's why mother did what she did. Okay. And then with myself, okay, that's why now it's making sense, because it has come from, as you said, the ancestor that has come through the lineage that has come through the family, but
Yeah.
they didn't always tell us why they did what they did. As
Yeah.
you know, grandmother used to sweep off the porch. Why are you sweeping off the porch? Why you taking why you taking ammonia and sweeping off the porch? What was that for? They never told, they just did it. So as I was wanted to get on the last night, because the young queen said, you know, people picking up stuff. We were taught you don't never pick up nothing. You don't even touch the medallion on people's neck, because you don't know what it means. You
Yeah.
don't know what they. So it's a lot of things that are coming. I'm so glad that you all are fortunate enough to be able to be in similar areas to where you all can fellowship, because I don't have that. I'm in the Missouri area, so you say the Midwest. So
Okay.
we really don't have anything of that nature up here. So I'm excited to be with you all. I said uh, last night, I said next week. I meant to say 2 weeks from now. I'm really excited. You just don't know. I've been bugging Divine Prince, I think, since April, you know, trying to get information, trying to be a part. I hook up with my brother Joshua too, and I hope to hook up with the rest of you all
Yeah.
so that you all can instruct. I want to learn the proper way. I don't want to be half cocked. So
Yeah.
that's mine. 2 cents or 3 cents.
No, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love, and I appreciate we appreciate the support, and
Yeah.
we definitely
It,
we're looking forward to this 2 weeks from now to
it,
the International Voodoo Day.
Brother Josh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I wanted to throw one more thing in to what Brother Ray had mentioned in the beginning. And I just want to remind, just because I thought about his question, and when you see certain clips on the internet, on TikTok, on Facebook, that represent voodoo ceremonies coming from Haiti and in other areas, you must always remember that what you're seeing is a highlight or an excerpt from a lengthy service. And so what happens sometimes is if things you see certain things and they're taken out of context, not saying that you're taking it out of context, but an average viewer could take it out of context and they could think that that is the entirety of the whole ceremony, and that's not the case. And it could seem more chaotic if you are not knowing what you're looking at or identify, what's actually happening in those clips. So a lot of times, and there's so much more on online now, but you just have to use a lot of discernment. And like we go back to the beginning and saying, being humble, getting with people that are more knowledgeable, that have been practicing longer and are willing to share their wisdom and knowledge um and help you to grow. And I'm on that journey as well as everyone else is here, and we're all
Yeah.
learning. We're all learning and we're all growing, and that's just part of being human and being a part of this earth.
I'm glad you said that, Priest High. I've seen some things that I never thought. Well, things I always was told were no nos. I've never seen them in like in Louisiana or in any of the EFA practices or any of the leukemia practices. But you're starting to see stuff like, or even in 21 Division, you're starting to see people like they record some of the younger generations of like priests record themselves being mounted, and I always was told that was a no no. In ceremonies, I don't know if people were ringing their cell phones and stuff like that. I was always told like that was taboo. And so there's a lot of stuff that's happening now that I was always thought was like taboo. And so I'm glad you brought that up as far as like clips and like context and like smoke and mirrors from Divine Prince of Thai and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't know what to look for. I don't know, a lot of people don't know what's smoke and mirrors and what's people breaking taboo and stuff like that. And so I'm glad that you guys are kind of like bringing bridges to people, especially like Elder Hudson said, he's in Missouri. There's seekers all around, and people come to me all the time asking like, how do I find mentors and teachers of spirit, or how do I find like just basic education and stuff like that? And so that's why I reached out to you about you being in, I don't want to say your location but like you being where you live at, because I know people within this area.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but no, and to go to your point, that's the one thing about the international, and to your point, we do take some highlights from the ceremony that you'll see, but we try to be respectful of even those highlights, in what happens. And yes, I could say this: the one thing that, from my personal journey, it was like I was being led to New Orleans personally.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I found community, and that's where I found a home, and that's where I decided to initiate there in New Orleans Voodoo. And many of the people that I talk to every single day are hoodoo practitioners and voodoo practitioners.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also the Haitian Vodou. I grew up in Miami as well, so I was always around it. But when I decided to, like Brother Hudson said, it's like, you're on this journey for a long time. So when you finally decide, hey, you know what, I'm gonna stop letting the taboo be the deciding factor for my participation with anything, and you let your own intuition and your own heart lead you, um, with caution and with discernment, then, it opened up a community to me. And so through that community, again, we hope to grow the community so that way the people that are kind of on an island in their different perspective areas where they may not be, Congo Square is a powerful, energetic place, but not every place has a Congo Square. But
Mm-hmm.
we can connect with each other, and then when we have these events like International Voodoo Day, then we all come together, and then from those events we branch off, and then we grow the community, and we get further affiliated with each other. So that's the goal. But at the same time, that's why this platform is good, because somebody who just may be, interested, looking it up, and then they come across it, and then they might hear some things that might resonate with them, and then they could take that to heart, and then we're giving them an area to follow up with.
Can I say one more additional thing? 'Cause I know, um, I wanted to say, for a lot of people that are listening out there, the people who are like seeking, you know, this platform is one of a kind. There is no other platform like that, like I believe in the US. Divine Prince Ty, you have a well documented platform, like years and years and years of videos and like consistency that I don't think that like really gets its flowers. And you really give love to the entire spiritual community, and you show like grace and you show respect. And like, even like, I've seen Joshua in his development, he's like the protege. You know what I mean? There's what, a decade of information and videos. I've seen Divine Prince. I've seen your I believe your godmother, Priestess K. I've seen these videos. Like, you don't see anything like the house and the documentation that you are in, Priest Ty, as well. And so I think anyone who's seeking like legitimacy, seeking education, seeking like authentic voodoo and hoodoo and spiritual knowledge, they have to come here, because it is a archive of knowledge. I've seen the different formats that this platform has taken from its current platform to when it was in a more visual capacity between Joshua and Divine Prince Ty. And I want people to really understand what this platform has and like what's in the archives, and just really take advantage of it. Like, this is one of a kind. You guys are doing an amazing job. Joshua, you are the protege. Like I said, you're doing an amazing job. I know you're busy. You, Divine Prince, are acting and in everything. I was expecting to see you guys in the Marvel movie. And so I just wanted to say, like, everyone who's listening, please pay attention. Please go to Hoodoo Central. Please go to Divine Prince information. Please seek them out. Please go to International Voodoo Day's website as a resource.
I want to add this one thing, and I know we got to go. I want to thank all of you all, but especially Divine Prince. I want to thank you. Not saying this because you don't hear it often enough, just as you heard it from Brother Ray, but the intent of teaching, how open you are to receive. Because I know coming up in this on this spiritual journey, you've had those people, or I have, let me say, who did not receive me because of their of first impression, without, as Brother Ty said, having the gift of discernment and seeing the person spiritually as who they are. And so I want to thank you. I've listened several times when things have gotten a little heated, and I was saying I liked how you handled everything with the decorum of respect, um, with understanding, and most of all, love.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. I'm humbled and honored, truly. And certainly my house has local, regional, national, international reach, but so too does our mother house, the Source Ancient on 4. And one of our sponsors for NOIVD, the Isle of Salvation, or Island of Salvation, Botanica, is also a great place to seek out supplies, items, resources, but also information. Um, a closed mouth don't get fed. It's a very common saying here, indeed, in the South. But my mama used to also say this: the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And so when you have a platform like this, and operate in ministry, people are often seeking and wanting, but you can't get people to take what they're not ready to take. You can't get people to learn what they're not ready to learn. So there's certainly people who are, happy, buying a candle here and there, or getting a tarot card reading here or there. But I take great pride in my house as well as my mother house, in providing a safe space for a diversity of people to access authentically the practices and the tradition, and to keep the lineage alive. So we're certainly grateful for your comments, both of you, and the listening audience, for your
Yes.
continued support and participation. And as Brother Ray suggested, I probably don't say it nearly enough. I invite you to visit my website at www.houseofthedivineprince.com, but also to visit La Source on the first floor, Suite 100 of the Healing Center, and meet Mambo Asakwe, Sally Ann, for yourself. And certainly, you're welcome to come out and participate in our weekly ceremonies on Saturday night, our monthly new moon ritual application and ceremony that we have at Cluett Gardens, and the various events that we have throughout the year, beginning and ending certainly with New Orleans International Voodoo Day, but All Saints Day, Day of the Dead, Fet Gede, um, St. John's Eve. There are many opportunities to be here physically on the ground with us, as many in our listening audience do. They make their arrangements, they book their flights and their Airbnbs, and you'd be surprised how many active members of our community, of our houses, don't physically live here in the city. So we certainly have remote virtual access, both Mambo and myself. I'm certainly always by appointment, but we always invite you to come here physically on the ground, and get to know us, meet us, do your homework, do your research, certainly on me. I have a track record of receipts. And so we certainly appreciate your continued support and participation. We are going to close it out now. We invite you to join us, volunteer, participate, donate, sponsor, promote, share, reshare the podcast Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, by way of the QR code in the upper left corner of the screen with the little blue ducky head in it, or by way of the scrolling StreamYard URL. We certainly appreciate your continued love, support, and participation. Until next time, remembering that all is truly and indeed a blessing if you can just see beyond the veils, for it is all just an illusion and a test, and one of the greatest divine mysteries of this life cycle. Good night, Aibobo and Odabo.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
No.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Left Corina, I left Corina, I left Corina, I left Corina, Lord have mercy. I'm gonna leave you, I'm gonna leave you, well I'm gonna leave you. Lord have mercy. You know she left me. Don't you know she left me? Don't you know she left me? Way down in the valley, Lord have mercy. She was my baby. She was my baby. She was my baby. Lord have mercy. Baby, please don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me. Don't leave me here, Lord, Lord have mercy. Way down in the bottom, way down in the bottom, way down in the the bottom, way down in the bottom, way down in the bottom. Lord have mercy. Tell me who's that yonder? Tell me who's that yonder? Tell me who's that yonder? Coming down the road, Lord, Lord have mercy. Looks like little Maddie. Look like little Maddie. Looks like little Maddie. But she walks too slow, slow. Lord have mercy. Will you please tell her hurry? 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 Lord have mercy. Tell me who's that yonder? 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 Lord, it's Alberta. Well, I left Alberta. Well, I left Alberta.
If you don't mind me asking, are you sure your child is possessed?
Yes, my baby has never treated me this way.
Well, what's been going on?
Well, first of all, he's been talking back. He's called me a cunt, and he says that he can do whatever he wants. My child has never spoke to me like that before.
Really? Excuse me, Davion, are you...
Yo, can you shut the fuck up and let me play my game, bro?
Oh, no.
Ma'am, I don't think your child is possessed. I think he's just an asshole. No, I'm telling you he's possessed.
Mom, can you shut the fuck up and go get me a fucking drink?
You're just gonna let him talk to you like that?
Please just help me.
All right. Gerald, hand me that briefcase.
Here you go.
Is that a belt?
Stop, you fucking crazy bitch! The fuck is wrong with you, cunt? Lady Linda.
Stop! Get off my son! I am pressing charges.
Lady Linda, I don't think...
Hush that up before I give you something to cry about.
Oh, this is so fucking lame. I'm out of here. I guess they were possessed.
Ain't no black child gonna speak to his black mama like that.
Please, allow me to show you something.
They say I'm crazy and that might be true. I got this right in my DNA, yeah, I'm coming for you. It's time we turn the tables, flip these motherfuckers on you. I wanna see you hanging from trees, it's time you pay for your dirt and your showtime. You created the monster, you created the beast. Now all this savagery you just gon' reap. I'm coming home, daddy, to the plantation, and I'm taking the lives of everybody, including the children, on some Nat Turner. Oh, do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. I met my girl Harriet at the gate. If you wanna know how she doing, yeah, she's straight. But she had one question: when we gon' get up? All that talking tough, yeah, we don't walk it tough. She got it locked and loaded, got that piece up on her side. She looked me in my eyes and said, "Meet you ready to ride?" Moving forward, you gotta use both eyes. Watch your front and watch your back. Keep your hands up on your gas. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. He sit at the table, but he don't order no bacon. He greet me in those words, assalamu alaikum. Got them glasses on his face and them waves in his head. He go by the name of Detroit Red. He looks me in my eye and says, you only get one try. Know that your biggest opposition will come from the inside. I know you wanna love them all, but don't even try, because they'll smile up in your face while plotting your demise. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. Do you hear that sound? It's about to go down. Unleash the beast, we about to tear this motherfucker down. We are the children of the ancestors that weren't punked.